I'm thinking about putting another book together, and these are from things when I'm talking about the path into non-duality. So I'm just going to read the first two of these um, on what is enlightenment, questions on that. Um, and there's a lot of different things in here. Enlightenment is clarity, living the 0 point reality, 0 point balance when personality and form fall away. Enlightenment, the harmony of external diversity, the constant core, the seed state of experience, transfiguration, emerging anew, desire for realization, enlightenment experience, liberation. So let's see, I'm not going to read all of them because it's a lot of, there are 1,030, 565. Okay, let's just put it this way. There's a lot of things in here, okay? But these are all geared towards non-duality versus the experience of dualistic living, okay? So I'm just going to read the first couple of these under what is enlightenment, and the other question was, can a teacher or guru enlighten anyone else? So the first question was, what does it mean to be enlightened? And how do we know when we've fallen for not simply enjoyed non-dual fashion? So I start out by laughing and say, take it for what it's worth. If you're enjoying life, if you're living with the gusto, then great. When you have no fear of death, nor chase after something that you feel you must obtain to make you whole, then when you see life for what it is, a medium of experience, then indeed you're simply enjoying it for what it is, the non-dual experience. On the other hand, if you feel caught in a vice, if you have to chase one desire after another in order to fill an HOLE, a hole that never becomes filled, if you have to fear that this is all there is, and you are in your name, job, and labels, if you feel you must control your existence in order to survive, when it's not fun, when it becomes a life and death issue, when you are caught in the webs of your own making and cannot find the way out, then it's pretty safe to say that indeed you have fallen into the Maya trap, and that the body-mind has no longer become a tool, but indeed a bondage. Then it's time to crawl out to find the door that's always open but not seen. What is enlightenment? The freeing of the self-identity, no more baggage, living life in freshness, enjoying the moment for what it is and not for what colorations inject upon it. It becomes simply as it is. Okay. So the next question was, can a teacher or guru enlighten anyone else any more than another can? Say, rouse you from sleep. It seems to me you're asleep until you're not. Someone could shake you, but ultimately you wake up or it wakes up. That thing you wake up to might be the appearance of another shaking you, but it could also be that it's just time to open the eyes and that a teacher or some other alarm clock happened to be present, so we call that he awakened me. Presuming it was even possible for one person to enlighten another, why would they want to? Why wouldn't such a one want you to get it yourself? I'm really trying to understand this, because the more I sit with teachers, the more contradictory the whole guru disciple thing appears to be, in that it's not my awakening, it's not my realization if I credit it to another. I mean, I hear the same thing, and it's an expletive there, coming out of so many mouths, and it doesn't resonate and become my truth until it does. Is that the teacher's doing or mine? Might it not have happened to me anyway, whether or not I'm at the feet of some so-called master? Presuming we don't buy the karma trip or the diligence factor, if a teacher could awaken another one, why wouldn't everyone just wake up in their presence? So the answer is, I can only speak from the perspective of my own experience. But within it, I can see that the teacher is a catalyst. My teachers along the way pointed in specific directions, and I walked those paths. Each one along the way put in place another piece of the puzzle, until finally the last teacher or catalyst appeared. In my case, they picked up a big 2x4 and let me have it, and effectively shocked me beyond the normal mindset in intellectualizing. From there, the rest was effectively blown away in one fell swoop. But that occurred after this teacher had left to give satsangs in other lands. It was not handed to me. It was not his realization. It is directly entered into or fallen into or pulled into, but the experience is the same. So his experience is also your experience. When it comes, there's no doubt, no questions that remain, no seeking left. Without that teacher, I would still be wandering in the intellectual knowing. Although what was coming forward and heard and impressed upon the mind was indeed correct and right, it was not known directly. There was a point where communication was gained with the inner, but it was still within a sense of it and me. When the barriers are broken down and there is no me and it that remain, it becomes simply one. When I met my teacher, the fruit was ripe. He simply needed to shake the tree, and shake it he did most effectively. I hope this helps to shed some light. Each must experience it for themselves. It cannot be taught nor given, but I believe that keys come along the way that sets one up, so that when the right catalyst comes along, the awareness is jogged into that space and reality. It then rests and remains within what has always been, but simply not seen. The stilled awareness, peace, underlying bliss are what remain, clear seeing. The baggage is dropped. Life remains to be lived as it is. So there's just a quick little snippet of what would be in that book. So, let me know if you think it would be something of value to people, if people would enjoy having this. Again, these are things about from non-duality to those that are within within the mindset of the dualistic transient realm. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Much love and light, and I'll see you online.